and how do you do? Welcome to Winter Halloween. Today we will be reviewing ginger snaps. Now I must warn you, there will be spoilers. Like my ears? Big ear reveal, I actually have deer ears and antlers. How festive of me, isn't it? Ginger Snaps. What a marvelous movie. It is bad, it is good, it is amazing. Now, before I get into actually watching my review of Ginger Snaps, story time for my first time watching Ginger Snaps. And I'll do a few of these if it stands out. A few of them will. Ginger Snaps, my first time watching it. Well, the first time I found it, I was probably about 11 when I was searching through like horror movies and stuff, but it was a no, little you cannot watch horror movies. So, I had to deal with that, and, I gotta say, I dealt with it pretty all right. I didn't watch any horror movies, I stayed good, I kept my nose clean, all of the above. Now, I am probably 16, 17 at this point, and I go camping on an island in the middle of a dirty, and I mean dirty, river. And a friend of mine says, how about we watch a movie on this island while we're camping? Me, being a male, is like, hell yes, let's watch a movie. What movie? She replies, Ginger Snaps. So, me knowing a little bit about this movie is like, sure, let's go ahead. So me, my brother, and this girl, me and my brother are outside of her tent. She is in her tent. And we are sitting in the most uncomfortable position to watch this film on a phone. Okay? We watch it through YouTube. This is when they left full movies on YouTube and you didn't get a virus. And we played it through this little dollar store speaker, which was disgusting, okay? It hurt to hear, it hurt to listen, but we did it. Until we realized it was about half a second, maybe more, off of what the movie was projecting. So we shut off the speaker. It is sprinkling, pouring rain. It is terrible conditions. Wind is blowing like crazy, but me, being a man and wanting to impress this girl, is like, no, I will watch this movie with you. My brother's like, you are kind of crazy, but I'ma follow you. So we sit down, we watch this movie. We couldn't hear Jack Dinglesbury about it, which really sucked. But anyway, finally we watched the movie and I was thoroughly disappointed. I went through all this effort to watch this movie. Anyway, I'm never gonna... It was one of the most uncomfortable experiences in my life just to watch a movie. Second probably being Avengers on opening night, when Avengers was the biggest thing ever. The 2012 Avengers. Oh, that was also rough. But I think this one takes the cake because the very next morning, when I went out to go take a piss, I got shat on by 2 pelicans. Not 1, but 2 pelicans shat on me. Okay? Now, I don't think this had anything to do with the movie, but very uncomfortable experience. It went, wah, wah, wah. Disgusting. And I had to change my shirt into yesterday's shirt because I was supposed to only be there evening and morning, so it sucked. Anyway. So after all that wonderful nonsense, I watched it. I didn't enjoy it, and I guess on to the review. So there will be spoilers ahead. Spoiler warning: stop if you have not seen Ginger Snaps. Don't continue any further. So Ginger Snaps is a werewolf movie about 2 sisters, Ginger and Bridget Fitzgerald, that have a unusual liking to death and suicide. So they have this suicide pact and everything. And as they are doing a school project for suicide, their teacher really dislike some of the parents, dislike the fact that they're doing this suicide project. They're really committing suicide. It's just photography of suicide. So it's actually really good photography. And I love the girls' chemistry with each other. I feel like it does get spotty later on in the film. But, you know, werewolf lore and everything makes a person change like that. But do they really change like that? I don't think they do. But, you know, I'm not a werewolf, so what do I know? Anyway, so as we continue on in the movie, the girls, their mother is really kind of upset that they haven't got their period yet. And so the mother is really upset, like, oh, you know, it should be any day now. You guys are 3 years late, yada, yada, yada. And so Ginger starts to get her first period. And then when they are out going to fake suicide, their bully's dog, they get attacked by a werewolf. Ginger gets dragged all over the place to hell and back, just chewed up, her shoulder scratched up, and then she becomes a werewolf, and her sister has to deal with it. And, you know, it's a little touching in a few spots. Some other spots, it's inconsistent, but, you know, overall, I love the movie, and I hate it. Well, okay, maybe hate is a strong word. I dislike it, and I probably won't watch it again, but I enjoyed both times I watched it, even though the first time was utter hell for me to watch. I enjoyed it. And Ginger Wolf, when Ginger is full werewolf, so she doesn't change back and forth from werewolf to human. When she slowly is transforming into a werewolf. When she is werewolf, she is completely werewolf. Now, I did like the fact that this movie didn't make some special way you had to kill the werewolf. It's like the original werewolf gets hit by a van, and it's like, I'm dead. Oh well, moving on in life. Whereas, you know, other movies, it's like, oh, silver bullet, under a full moon, shot by a lover, stabbed by a lover. It's all over the place. But no, this is simple. You can kill a werewolf however the hell you want. You can drop an anvil on it. Just call it Bugs Bunny, and bing, bada boom, he's dead. So, you know, there's no craziness to killing the werewolf, but you do need, I think it's called monks something. Anyway, this plant to cure the werewolf. And so they go to this, Bridget goes to a druggie and is like, hey, makes up this cure, but for her sister. But during that time, the sister goes and has sex with the guy, and he becomes a werewolf as well. So it's inconsistent with what turns you into a werewolf, whether it's an STD, bite, scratch, you know, whatever. Maybe it's all of the above turns you into a werewolf, and you become a full-fledged werewolf by either having sex with a werewolf, being bit by a werewolf, or being scratched by a werewolf. So it's kind of funny. It's all over the place. And then they just stab the boy with the needle, and like he's instantly back to normal when he was about to like gut a, like, I don't know, 10-year-old. And so then he's like, oh no, I'm good. It's funny. I like this movie. I didn't like this movie. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. The animation, or the, you know, no, there is no animation. There is no special effects. Well, there is no computer graphic effects. I know there's a name for it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, there's none of those. But I find it funny that this movie's effects, even though it was made in 2000, it had a $4.5 million budget, okay? And I feel like they could have done better in certain effects area with that budget. But, I mean, the death and the gore, that's really good, really on point. If you want a slightly gory movie, it's not that bad. Gore-wise, you can sit down and you can enjoy it. It's not really extremely gory, but, it's fun. I would not recommend this for kids at all. But it's a good werewolf movie. If you want to have dumb fun, this is your movie to watch with a group of friends to make fun of it. Okay, something me and my brother did talk about my older one that I watched it with. When we finished watching it, we sat down and we're like, "Did you get the feeling?" Like me and him both had this feeling that like a group of people wanted to bring awareness to STDs, educate people about the menstrual cycle, and they weren't sure how to do it correctly. So they're like, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to make a movie to bring awareness to STDs, bring education to the menstrual cycle and all this stuff. But how can we reach teenagers? How can we reach teenagers nowadays? Well, you know what we can do? Add in werewolves. Genius! Why didn't I think of that? Add in werewolves, a butt ton of werewolves, drugs, and all this other stuff. To really tell teens, no, no, no. On this, and on this. But tell them this is going to happen, that's going to... I feel like whoever made the movie was out of touch with teenagers. I say this movie is dumb fun to watch with your friends. I'll give it a 3.7 out of 5.0. To sit down, watch with your friends, have fun with it. You can have fun with a group of friends. Anyway, that is it. My review of Ginger Snaps. And, alright. Bye-bye.